How's it going, YouTube? Andreas here. I'm back here with a review of my poker year in 2021. But before I head into the poker stuff, I just want to mention that the year has clearly been overshadowed by other events, and yeah, it's been pretty frustrating. The thing is, I have been working for one of my core values in life, and that's freedom, for the last decade. And I have been pretty happy that I've managed that aspect so well, and that finally you don't have massive restrictions in your life and you are free to choose on a day-to-day basis what you want to be doing with your life. And that's drastically changed this year, and of course also the last year, with all these restrictions in place. And it's even more painful to see that a lot of people on this planet seem to be so eager to trade in this value of freedom for safety. Throughout the year of 2021, I would often ask myself whether the enormous amount of tilt could be attributed to just the losses at poker, when I would have a big losing session, whether that would have to do with the game or actually with the circumstances that I've been just talking about. And I think that just by comparing the years and by the amount of the times that I've smacked the desk or the keyboard this year, I can clearly say that the circumstances have been leading to an excess of some form of tilt that I've never seen before in myself, or rarely, at least in the last 10 years or so. It was just like every single day I would get super mad at whenever I would lose like a big pot, and the results were fine. So all in all, I've been having a pretty good year, but the tilt was just massive. There are also some good things that happened, and paradoxically, I think that it was again about losing. And one of the things is, like, I had this massive losing session here, minus 10k in Rossadov just at the end of October, and I thought that all in all, emotionally, I handled it pretty well. I was in a good mood there, being able to play. And I think that even the next day, I didn't really feel like the previous day I had lost this larger amount. And so in that way, my loss tolerance increased, which is always, I think, a pretty important thing in poker, because if you can take longer periods of losses, this will always affect your game. And you're also having a hard time breaking through stakes and increasing your limits, playing bigger. So seeing that and how I felt about it, especially, when I was like at -7, -8k, like I think it's like that losing 5 figures that's like, okay, now I got to stop for today. However, until that point, I was with losses, I was dealing better than in the past, and I'm pretty happy about that. It's something that I think I've accomplished this year. In poker, I think it's also pretty important that you have your health, your fitness, your nutrition, all of that combined in check. And I think that I found some useful information this year. I think that over the next few years, I'm going to improve in these areas even more, based on what I've already started now. So I'm pretty happy about that aspect, because I think it will also help me become a better player, specifically in live poker, where you have to physically appear as well and play long hours. I think it's a lot easier to play online, to be honest. And you don't have to keep a facade up or anything, whereas in live poker, you always have to be focused to not give anything away. And I think that the better your health fitness is, the better you're going to be able to do in live poker. I had a few conversations with other poker players that have told me that they have hit moments in their live poker game where they just couldn't take it anymore, just because of the massive amount of pressure that is on you in some of these spots that you're putting in the game. And maybe if you improve drastically with your health and fitness and nutrition and all of that, you can kind of combat that tendency to deteriorate in your poker performance after 8 to 10 hours of play. Regarding next year and the future of this channel, I do have some video ideas in mind, and I have 2 of them planned that are going to be about more like poker and Bitcoin, for example. Just going to put some thoughts out there. And also I have this idea of where I at least attribute some of my time to poker recreationally and see how that feels like, so that I don't always take it so seriously. I don't always make it about trying to win the most or trying to always play in the best game, but also just to maybe play a poker tournament for fun again and see how that turns out. Because this is something that I was really excited about back in 2013, 2014, as I once mentioned already in this video. And I want to see whether it's actually possible, whether if you go into it with another attitude, whether I'm still able to do that, and whether I can stream that and actually enjoy the experience more rather than just make it a habit of trying to win the most. And yeah, only time will tell, and hope to see you then on Twitch sometime in the next year, and also here on YouTube again. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this short review of my year in 2021 and what you want to hear about poker on this channel in the future. Maybe you have a few ideas that I haven't thought of. Thanks again for staying subscribed on this channel and giving me the thumbs up for this video as well. I'm going to see you in the next video.